Hello dear student, here you will have chapter number 5th of class 9th, the fundamental unit of life, concept map. So your map is starting from cell. What do you mean by cell? Cell is the basic structural and functional unit of life. Cell is the basic structural and functional unit of life. So this is very important part. Cell is the basic structural and functional unit of life. And who one discovered cell? Cell first discovered by or observed by Robert Hooke in 1665, and with the help of which he discovered cell with the help of compound microscope. So with the help of compound microscope, it Robert Hooke in 1665 discovered the basic structural and functional unit of our life. Now, after this, you have how many type of cell on the base of present of nuclear membrane. There are two main type of cells, eukaryotic cell and prokaryotic cell. What is the difference between these two? Now we discuss about the what is the difference between eukaryotic and prokaryotic cell on the base of size of cell and on the base of nuclear membrane or true nucleus present or not present. On that base, this cell are of two main type, eukaryotic and prokaryotic. So in which case the size is large, from 5 to 100 micrometer, then it is become under the eukaryotic cell. And in this case, true nucleus with nuclear region means every cell is having a plasma membrane in their surrounding, and also nucleus also having a nuclear membrane to their surrounding, means true nucleus present in this case of eukaryotic cell. So, and in which case the size is also large. And third one, the example of eukaryotic cell is plant and animal cell. So here is the three difference between these two, prokaryotic and eukaryotic is given. First one, the example of these two, eukaryotic example is plant and animal cell, prokaryotic example is bacteria. Now second one, the size is generally large in case of eukaryotic cell. So the size of eukaryotic cell is 5 to 100 micrometer, and the size of prokaryotic cell is always small, and it is size between 1 to 10 micrometer. Now third one, the true nucleus means it having a nuclear membrane in their surrounding. So this is present in case of eukaryotic cell, but in case of prokaryotic cell, there the true nucleus is absent or with undefined nuclear membrane, means nuclear membrane is not be present in surrounding of nucleus. So that's why it is known as nucleoid in case of prokaryotic cell. So here first of all we discuss about these two, prokaryotic and eukaryotic cell. This is the two division of cell on the base of nuclear membrane present or not present. In which case nuclear membrane present, it is known as prokaryotic, and in which case nuclear membrane is not present, it is known as eukaryotic cell. Okay, and after this you have part of cell. But before starting this concept, we continue this concept of prokaryotic and eukaryotic. In this case of prokaryotic, more than one chromosome present, but in this case of eukaryotic, only single chromosome present. So this is also the difference between prokaryotic and eukaryotic. More than one chromosome present in case of eukaryotic, only single chromosome present in case of prokaryotic organism. Now next one, membrane bounded cell organelle is present in case of eukaryotic, like mitochondria, lysosome, Golgi apparatus. All this membrane bounded cell organelle is present in case of eukaryotic cell only, but in case of prokaryotic cell, membrane-less cell organelle is present, means that organelles which are present in case of prokaryotic not having a membrane in their surrounding. So that's why it is known as membrane-less cell organelle is present in case of prokaryotic cell. And at last you have the Example of this membrane bounded cell organelle is present in case of eukaryotic mitochondria, plastid, endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi bodies. All are present in case of eukaryotic cell. But in case of prokaryotic cell, what is only membrane bounded? Ribosome only present, which is the membrane bounded in case of prokaryotic cell. Now after this you have concept the part of cell. How many main part of cells present? First one is your plasma membrane, second one is your cytoplasm, and third one is your nucleus. So these are the main part present in any cell. Okay, plasma membrane, cytoplasm, nucleus, and cell organelles. So any cell consists of plasma membrane, cytoplasms. What do you mean by plasma membrane? The outermost covering of the cell. What is mean by cytoplasm? The fluid present inside the cell is known as cytoplasm. What is we mean by nucleus? In center the spherical body present which consists the hereditary material, and it helps to be transfer the character from parents to offspring. This is known as nucleus. And fourth one, it is the cell organelles. Different type of cell organelles present inside the cell on the base of their function. Like mitochondria is known as the powerhouse of their cell. Lysosome is known as suicidal bag of the cell. So like this, and every cell consists of main four part. First one is your plasma membrane, second one is your cytoplasm, third one is your nucleus, and fourth one is your cell membrane. Please students see this map carefully, because if you learn this concept in this map, all the chapter is be clear to all of you. Okay, so after this, first of all we discuss about the first point of this chapter, that this is your plasma membrane. So starting from the plasma membrane. Plasma membrane is very important outermost covering of our cell, and it is be made with the help of lipids and protein. Plasma membrane is be made with the help of lipids and protein, and it is known as semi-permeable membrane. Why? It is allow the entry or exit of certain substances only, which is be necessary for cell. All the substances are not able to be allowed enter inside the cell, who is not necessary for our cell. So that's why it is known as selective permeable membrane. So first of all, first characteristics is it is the outermost covering of our cell. Second one, it is be made with the help of lipid and protein, and third one, it is be semi permeable or selective permeable membrane, because it allow the entry of those substances only inside the cell which is be necessary for our cell. All the content is not be able to go inside the cell without plasma membrane permission. So here the role of plasma membrane is very important. Now fourth one, it helps in diffusion and osmosis. What do you mean by diffusion? I think all of you know about these two terms, na? Diffusion and osmosis we discussed in our chapter reading. Diffusion means the, what do you mean by diffusion? The movement of the substance gases from higher concentration to lower concentration, and the movement of water from higher concentration to lower concentration is known as osmosis. So these are the two terms which is be done by the plasma membrane. So it helps in these two terms. Plasma membrane helps in diffusion and osmosis both. So after this, allow some organisms like amoeba to engulf food and other substance by the process of endocytosis. So this is also the characteristics of our plasma membrane. After this, you have the explanation of what do you mean by osmosis and what do you mean by diffusion. One by one we discuss about these two terms. First of all, you have osmosis. What do you mean by osmosis? The movement of water from higher concentration to lower concentration. Here it is be written a passage of the water from the higher water concentration through a semi-permeable membrane to lower concentration. On the base of the concentration movement from higher to lower, the solution are of three main types. First one is your hypotonic, second one is your isotonic, and third one is your hypertonic. So you have three main type of solution here. First one is your isotonic, second one is your hypotonic, and third one is your hypertonic. So you have three main type of solutions here. Now first one, what do you mean by Hypotonic means medium which lower water concentration than the cell, means in which case the concentration of the water inside the cell is low is known as hypotonic, and if the concentration of water inside the cell and outside the cell is equal, it is known as isotonic solution. And in which case in case of the water concentration inside the cell is more than the external environment, it is known as hypertonic. Means here hyper means more, hyper means less, iso means same. Okay, and where is concentration same, high or low? Inside the cell. Okay, so after this, what happened if cell have low amount of water? Then its cell gain more water and swell. In this case, जब वाटर की कमी होगी सेल के पास तो वो क्या करेगा, पानी को लेगा, और अगर कोई भी चीज़ अगर वाटर को गेन करते तो वो क्या होती है, स्वेलिंग होती है. स्वेल मीन्स फूलती है. Now second one, isotonic solution, what happened? No change because external and the inside the cell both have a same concentration of water. So in this case no any change occur. Now the third one, what happened? Cell shrink due to the more exit of water. So if anything is be given water out from the cell, then what happen? If water give out from the cell, it will shrink. So shrinkage in case of hypertonic and swelling in case of swollen thing in case of hypotonic solution. Okay, I think up to this concept are you having clear? Now after this you have the concept of cell wall. First of all, cell wall is present only in case of plants, not in case of us. What is the importance of cell wall present in case of plant? It allow the cell to be withstand hypotonic medium without bursting. Means अगर उसको पानी नहीं मिलेगा तो पानी ना मिलने पे भी अगर कोई प्लांट है वो स्टेबल रहता है. वाई? बिकॉज ऑफ द प्रेजेंस ऑफ सेल वॉल. Second one, it provide a structural support, means any plant if it is be erect and hard because of the presence of cell wall. Now the third one, rigid outer covering outside the cell wall. Okay, so it is the outermost covering. So in any plant cell, what is the outermost covering of plant cell? Is cell wall. And what is the outermost covering in case of animal cell? It is plasma membrane. Okay, so cell wall, it is be present only in plant if we compare plant and animal only. So plants के अंदर present होती है and it is made with the help of cellulose, and it is be made in case of fungi also, microorganism which have a cell wall which is be made with the help of chitin. And third one, in case of bacteria, it is made from the peptidoglycin. But if we compare the plant cell and animal cell, only in case of plant cell wall present, but in case of animal cell, no any cell wall present. Now what do you mean by plasmolysis? Plasmolysis का मीनिंग क्या होता है बेटा कि in the shrinkage of content of cell away from the cell wall due to the loss of water. Means if any solution have hypertonic solution and it give out the water from their body, means सेल से अगर पानी बाहर जा रहा है तो दिस प्रोसेस इज नोन एज प्लाज्मोलिसिस. सो हाइपोटोनिक सॉल्यूशन में क्या होता है, वाटर का रिमूवल होता है, लॉस होता है. सो दिस लॉस ऑफ वाटर इज ऑल्सो नोन एज प्लाज्मोलिसिस. नाउ आफ्टर दिस you have second component of cell. Second main part of our cell is nucleus. So nucleus is very important part of our cell. Why it is more important? Because it is, first of all, it is found only in eukaryotic cell, means in which case nuclear membrane present in surrounding the nucleus. Only in this case what present? Nucleus present. True nucleus present only found in case of eukaryotic cell. Second one, double membrane with outermost porous nuclear membrane for transfer of material. So double membrane structure present in case of nucleus, means one membrane like this, two membrane present inside the outer side of nucleus. So first this membrane and second one this membrane. So both are the nuclear membrane present in outer side of the nucleus. So has a chromatin. What do you mean by chromatin? Means chromosome who one helpful to be transfer of the character from one generation to another generation. Okay, so genes are present, the chromosomes present in chromatin, and it consists of DNA and protein. So this DNA and protein has to be transfer of character from one generation to another generation. So genes are the functional unit of heredity. So it is be important. It is be made from the made up from the DNA, and it has to be cellular reproduction means the transfer of character from one generation to another generation with the help of nucleus. So up to nucleus and the plasma membrane, today we discuss our concept map of chapter number 5, the fundamental unit of life. And in our next video we discuss about the other two main concepts, main part of our cell, that is the cell organelles, and the fourth one is your cytoplasm. So in these two main concepts we will discuss in our next class. Thank you so much to all of you.